Alright, hello everyone. I'm doing another video yet again criticizing NY1 because they didn't cover this major story that happened literally right around the corner from their news studio in Chelsea. So, NY1 Studios is in Chelsea Market, and I can prove to you that a reporter should have been sent right away to cover this story. But it seems, yet again, NY1 just has their own agenda. Look what's on their homepage. Jewish survivor Leningard Central will receive reparations. I mean, give me a break, NY1. Give me a break. I mean, who cares about Kyrie Irving right now? Who cares? Nothing about it. It should be the lead story on their homepage. So let's read this. Suspect flees into transit system after stabbing security guard over max dispute in Chelsea. So I will mention every other media outlet in the city's covering it. CBS 2, NBC 4, Fox 5, ABC 7. I think Pix 11 covered it too. But I know 1010 Wins brought it up this morning because I had 1010 Wins on, figuring they would cover it, and they actually sent a reporter. 1010 Wins actually sent a reporter, and they actually interviewed residents in the area. So NY1 should have been doing the same thing. Nothing on their homepage about it. But this is a major stabbing right near their news studio. So let's read this. Police are looking for a suspect who stabbed a security guard over a max dispute inside the Apple Store in Chelsea. According to police, at 6:30 p.m. on Friday, October 8th, an unknown man came into the store located at 401 West 14th Street and got into a dispute with a 37-year-old male security guard over wearing a mask. The man refused to wear a mask due to the Apple Store's policy of face mask requirement inside the store. During the argument, pulled out a sharp object and stabbed the guard in his left arm and his forehead. The suspect then fled the scene into the 14th Street 8th Avenue ACE subway station, along with the L line. The victim was taken to Bellevue Hospital in stable condition. The suspect is described as a black male in his 20s who was standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. He was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt with red lettering, blue jeans, and black sneakers. No arrest, and the investigation is ongoing. And I will mention 1010 Wins said that the NYPD will be using surveillance video from the area, and they may look into cameras that were in the subway station. But still, NY1 should have covered this. That's my point. Let's look at the map. So let me show you where the Apple Store is. I know this area very well. This is where Hudson Street begins around 9th. It's 9th Avenue and heads downtown. So here's Chelsea Market. I'm just trying to find the Apple Store. Yeah, here's the Apple Store. I could definitely tell this is it. So this is the Apple Store. Right here. And we'll just pull it up. So let's see. I'm trying to get you the front entrance, but apparently that's not the case. But that is the Apple Store. You could tell that looks like the Apple Store. And around here, this is where the Google Store is. Okay? Now, let's type in NY1. Let's type in Spectrum News NY1. So there you go. Literally, it's in the same complex. I am so annoyed with this TV station. Literally a block away, and you can't send a reporter to cover this. I am so annoyed with this TV station. I'm really annoyed with them. Really. In fact, even the New York Post had a video of the stabbing incident. Well, they didn't show it. They just had, glass damaged, stuff like that. But still. I mean, look how close this is to the NY1 studio in Chelsea Market. They clearly could have covered this. This is Chelsea, for crying out loud. Chelsea! This is normally supposed to be a safe area. You know what's going on in the city. This is what de Blasio wants. Even the nice areas like Chelsea are being redlined. And then another crime that New York 1 didn't even cover in Lower Manhattan. Pair of thieves beat and robbed man outside of 7-Eleven. According to police at 1:30 in the morning on Monday, October 4th, a 46-year-old man was inside a 7-Eleven at 110 Lafayette Street when two unknown men started an argument with him. The suspects proceeded to drag the man out of the store and began to punch and kick him multiple times in the face. The crooks then took the victim's cell phone and mountain bike, valued at $1,300, before fleeing the scene on foot to part unknown. The victim was taken to New York Presbyterian Lower Manhattan Hospital, where he was treated and released. So we do have surveillance video. Let's watch it. Both suspects are described as men in their 30s. The first standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing 170 pounds, and the second standing 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing 160 pounds. So there you go, a major crime in Manhattan that New York 1 didn't cover either. You know? Let's look up where this address is. 110 Lafayette Avenue. I believe I know where the 7-Eleven is. Yep. No surprise. Right by Chinatown. Unbelievable. This is literally around the corner from Canal Street. I know exactly where the 7-Eleven is. Lafayette Street is not too far from... Yeah, I know Lafayette pretty well. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, Manhattan is really in deep trouble, guys. And then another story that New York 1 should have covered. See, this is what should have got a reporter sent over. Firefighters doused 4-alarm fire that spread across 4 buildings in the Mott Haven section. So let me drag this to the left so you can read this. Firefighters doused a massive 4-alarm fire that spread across 4 buildings in Mott Haven late Friday evening. Officials say the fire started at 418 East 143rd Street just after 10 p.m. Friday evening before it spread to 3 nearby buildings. The fire department called for backup at around 10:47 p.m. and over 150 firefighters came to the scene. The firefighters were able to get the fire under control just before midnight. Officials said no residents were injured before firefighters were treated to nearby hospitals for minor injuries. Authorities say the cause of the fire is under investigation, so... Major fire! In fact, let's get the video from News 12 The Bronx, because News 12 The Bronx actually sent a reporter, believe it or not. I will give them credit. So let's put the video on mute.
4 alarms within hours. It was just...
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I mean, really. This was a 4-alarm fire. 4-alarm fire that New York 1 should have covered. In fact, 1010 Wins didn't even bring this up this morning. I mean, this is from the Citizen app, but you get the idea that, you know, these are a lot of major stories that New York 1 is just seemingly willing to ignore. I mean, there was a shooting in the Bronx. Death of a homeless woman found out of Manhattan back in August. You know, it took the coroner's office 2 months to find out what happened to that lady. Shooting in East Village. And look at this, a homicide in broad daylight. Let's read this one. Police are investigating the death of a man who was found shot in the Bronx on Thursday afternoon. Authorities say that at 2:25 p.m. on October 7th, the NYPD responded to a 911 call regarding a person shot at River Avenue and East 151st Street. Upon their arrival, officers found 42-year-old Alfred Johnson of Seward Avenue with a gunshot wound to his chest. So there you go. Homicide. Victim was taken to Lincoln Hospital where he was pronounced dead. So, a shooting in broad daylight that should have been covered as well. Nope, that's not going to make New York 1. No. No, it won't. And then you have the NYPD claiming the crime is starting to go down. Look at this. Touts murder drops in September. Yeah. Account that for a homicide that happened in Astoria. Account the fact that there was a shooting that left the man dead in broad daylight in the Bronx a couple days ago, yeah. You know, they're in their own little la-la land. Everyone is in their own little la-la land. And this TV station, New York 1, is part of the problem too. So, I will give them credit. Again, they're doing a good job covering the election. I understand that they do want to do a debate between Adams and Sliwa, and I'm all for it if they want to do an extra debate. That's fine on me. But New York 1 needs to talk about the crime. And especially how, again, you know, I'm going to be paying attention to them later today. And I'm going to see if they're covering the incident. I'm going to take a look maybe later tonight. But if not, you know, I'm just all upset with this TV station. Especially, again, to think that there was a stabbing right around the corner from their studios. And they're not even going to cover it. So, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching.